I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Psalms, chapter 141. Let's focus on verses 1 through 4. Lord, I cry out to you. Make haste to me. Give ear to my voice when I cry out to you. Let my prayer be set before you as incense, the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips. Do not incline my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men who work iniquity, and do not let me eat of their delicacies. Now today's Psalm, number 141, is another composition of King David. And we're very aware of both David's triumphs against temptation and his failures to live righteously. It's not that David was blame-shifting per se, but we must quickly correct an error in his theology. God does not incline the hearts of people who do evil, or to practice wicked works, or to eat their delicacies. While God allows situations to develop in our lives that bring us to moments of crisis where we must choose to follow Him or to cave in to worldly pressure, God does not tempt us. Rather, He tests us. And testing comes from God to show us the extent of our faith. But temptation is the world's advertisement, offering a means of escape from God's testing. So don't buy what the world is selling. It's a trap. James 1, verses 12 through 15. Blessed is the man who endures temptation. For when he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to those who love Him. He says, let no one say when he is tempted, I'm tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does He Himself tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when he's drawn away by his own desires and enticed. Then, when desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it's full grown, brings forth death. Again, the same scenario that Satan uses to tempt us begins when God is intending to build our faith. James chapter 1, verses 2 through 8. My brothers, count it all joy when you fall into various trials or tests, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect. You see, there's a reason for a test from the Lord, that you would be perfected, and you would be complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. Now that we know the difference between a trial and temptation, and how we should faithfully hold to the Word of God until God brings us through the trial, what happens if we succumb to temptation? What do we do then? Well, we humble ourselves, we confess our sin, and we receive correction, even from fellow believers whom the Lord allows to exhort, to encourage, and to comfort us. Confession and restoration to the Lord are always better than concealing or denying our sin and then hastening our rebuke. Psalm 141, verse 5, let the righteous strike me. It shall be a kindness. And let him rebuke me. It shall be as an excellent oil. Let my head not refuse it. You see, when a faithful brother or sister comes in and they set up the rebuke, hey, you shouldn't be acting this way. This is going to lead you to further trouble. Let me show you where it says in the Word that you're not walking with Him. That's not being judgmental. That's being a person who's pouring oil. You're helping to anoint this person and to get them into a right relationship with the Lord. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. Yes, we need your monthly support. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. You know, another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.